Takes a taxi into town. Yellow schools of taxi fishes, Johnny and the ticking whale. What about the lights in the fishnet windows of Bloomingdale's? Watching those high fashion girls, skinny black models with raving curls, and beauty parlor blondes with credit card eyes, looking for the chic and the fancy to buy.
My name is John Kelly, and I've been performing Joni Mitchell's music for on and off for about 20 years.
Heard it in the wind last night, sounded like applause. Did you get around resounding for your way up here? Seems like many dim years ago since I heard that face to face, or seen you face to face, though tonight I can feel you here.
I've written 2 songs. One is a blues song, one is a song about a character I used to do called Dagmar Onassis, who people keep asking, where is she? On the guitar, I'm also working with another singer-songwriter. She's studying a lot of my poetry to music. I worked with a Pulitzer Prize-winning composer, David L. Tredici. He had written a song cycle using existing poems of mine. But this music is, I guess it sounds like folky blues guitar music, but I also hope to play around with synthesizers and really get some more kind of atmospheric, abstracted stuff going on with some vocal improvisations and that sort of thing.
Yellow schools of taxi fishes, Johnny and the ticking whale. What about the lights in the fishnet windows of Bloomingdale's? Watching those high fashion girls, skinny black models with raving curls, and beauty parlor blondes with credit card eyes, looking for the chic.
Stepping onto a stage for a performance is always terrifying. What it is, before I go on stage, I'm a nervous wreck because it's all this energy, you know, internally combusting.
This is it. Let's kick some ass in Seattle. Bring some sunshine into Seattle. Songs are like tattoos, you know I've been to see before. Crown and anchor me, or let me sail away.
But I'm happy. I went through a rough 5 years where I was questioning everything. I pulled out of the not-for-profit world. I pretty much stopped performing. I was trying to focus on visual art, and I had taught for a semester. But you know, I'm realizing that performing is a lifeblood for me, and it's important that I keep it going. I'm just trying to do it in such a way that it's less heroic, maybe, because I have the heroic gene. Things need to be hard, You know, I've done trapeze pieces. I sing operatic arias. I mean, I'm kind of insane in that way. With the pieces that I've made, I've had to set really high goals for myself. I guess maybe that makes for a sense of aliveness or focus. But I also broke my neck on a trapeze accident. 6 years ago, I fell out of an ankle drop and fractured 2 vertebrae. I landed upside down. So I came this close to being a cripple. I was in a training session for a piece in which I was going to use trapeze again. So that was a bit of a wake-up call, like, what are you doing? Why did you have a lapse in concentration? Why are you on a trapeze at your age? And what does it mean? What's the heroic impulse? Does it all need to be so protean? You know? So I'm kind of reconfiguring my relationship to making work, and also trying to find ways of making work that are more immediate, more doable, and less about needing a studio.
Here is a shelf for you. Inside you'll hear a sigh, a foggy lullaby. There is your song from me.
At the end of the performance, all I could think of is drinking. Like a margarita or a beer. In fact, I've often been so happy that the show has gone well and we're almost finished. Like, could I get a beer up here or a drink? Or, you know, it's a sense of accomplishment. It's happy. It's relief. And then after a performance, it's about, okay, now you got to wind down. So food is good for winding down. Friends are good for winding down. Bad performances or performances where there have been problems, those are tough things to grapple with after a show, because it's usually a question of just going through your head and saying, why did that happen? But that's so rare, and often that really winds up being about the chemistry of the audience. Some audiences just do not like stuff, or they're really, really dull and give nothing back. And that's tough. It's like, oh man, it's a constant uphill battle to try to win them over. So those audiences and those types of performances can be rough. But generally, and if one's not feeling well, that's also an issue. But generally, my head is saying, good job. Good job. Let's just quiet down now. Yeah.
Little sweet, and people 30 stories down look like colored currents in the street. A helicopter lands on a Pan Am roof like a dragonfly on a tomb, and businessmen in button-downs press into conference rooms. Battalions of paper-minded males talking commodities and sales, but at home they're paper wives and their paper kids. Paper the walls just to keep their gut reactions hid. For the kitchen, lining ivy for the bath. She's lost in house and gardens. He's caught up in chief of staff. He drifts off into the memory of the way she looked in school, with her body oiled and shining, public swimming pool.